let's just kind of get right into it. Ish of the week.
Ish of the week. Okay, so this is new that we didn't even discuss, but I am adding this in there. Did you see that Mr. Apollo?
Did I?
Oh boy. Okay, so in case you missed it, guys, his wife Shireen recently posted video footage of Mr. Apollo entertaining some random young lady in their place, and basically said the camera's on, the mask is off, and I'm assuming this is her exit letter. Of course, Apollo is saying he's never been with another woman, blah, 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 but it's like, idiot, you're clearly on camera.
I mean, I saw the boob grab, like,
like
his hands were like,
there's no doubting what was happening on that camera footage.
I was like, but did you see that he came out and he said, I would never have, so she said, you're too broke, don't have people in my home. And his response,
can't afford a hotel.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
his response was, I would never have people in our home. I was like, okay, so there's a little bit of a discrepancy there. But, regardless of however he gets his money, I've never known Apollo to be broke. So.
No. Apollo's going to find a scam.
He going to find a
check.
He going to find a way.
A nickel. But what is so funny to me, it's like, in these situations, how normally everyone is like coming for the guy about like, I can't believe you would do that to her. Everyone in the comments is like, well, how you get them's how you lose them. And it's like no sympathy for this woman. So anyway, I thought that was very fun and Bravo adjacent.
Yes, and it did bring me back to Miss Feifei Miss Feifei. He ain't thinking about you. I was like dead. Oh, that comment.
And lots of comments in the comments in there of get away from me with that Apollo. I was like, oh, I remember that scene.
Yes.
All right, Shireen, you wanted them, you got them, girl.
Exactly, all of him.
Yes.
All
okay.
of him.
So also, just since we're talking about somebody in the ATL, did you see Mia's?
Oh my God.
Mia Thornton's open letter. Even though she's not a Real Housewives of Atlanta, she's camping and posting up in Atlanta. So she has actually recently deleted her open letter. That she wrote, and so I don't know if you got a chance to see it.
I didn't see she deleted it.
Yes, I'm gonna just read real quick. She said, to Potomac, let this be a gentle reminder. Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences. I'm assuming she's threatening some type of legal discourse against, I don't know whom, maybe Giselle, maybe Wendy. I don't even know who that's directed towards.
Do we ever know with Mia?
Do we ever know? Making false, damaging statements about someone is called defamation, and it's not protected by law. So, and blah, blah, blah. And then she says, from Atlanta, P.S., take me out of the group chat. I don't want to play in your sandbox anymore. I'm like, girl, did you have a choice about the sandbox? Are you opting out of the sandbox, or is the sandbox opting out of you?
Yeah, I really think it's the latter.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's definitely the latter. But I think also, too, I feel like with you saying, take me out of the group chat, it's like you're also telling Bravo to tell you to take you out.
And they're not saying just noted.
Yeah, not just Potomac. So it's like tread lightly while you're over here like having like you're just like, I don't know, auditioning on your own, and it's an open self-employed audition for Atlanta.
I'm like, I don't know the casting director is aware of this audition that you speak of, but okay, we'll say openly auditioning.
Yeah,
okay.
She is.
We'll go with that.
She is like with the cast. She's going to their events in her Fashion Nova and her Lulus, head to toe.
She's already corrected you on that. It is
did.
Not Fashion Nova. It is
something Lulabells.
Yeah, Lulabells.
No, she hit us up in the DM to correct us.
Yes.
Apologies, Mia. Okay, what else you got?
All right. So everyone that is any kind of Bravo lover has seen the most recent shows, but we haven't really chatted about it, that Bravo recently announced. I am very excited about this new slate of shows, and you know which one I'm excited about most. But
yes,
we have the reboot of Ladies in London, which, okay, is it time for my shocking confession? I I didn't really watch that show. I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes. I feel like you used to watch that back in the day. But
not really. So just recently, I don't know if I was just like home on a Saturday, but I like discovered it. And I fell in love with Caroline Stanbury.
On the Samsung TV, are they retreading?
No. This was Peacock, not on the Samsung.
Okay.
And I think it was because I had no Bravo to watch. So I was in the depths looking for something. And I was like, I really like this show. And it was very like, high fashion, like, like very like high class. It was like what you would want a housewife show.
I'm like, I'm here for that. Maybe I need to go back and do a rewatch. Peacock rolled me into season 1, episode 1.
I think that's what happened.
But I just didn't stick with it because also it's so dated now. And so, but I think I'm going to venture in. But,
it is dated, but I didn't find... You know how you could just watch Atlanta over and over the dated? Yeah. It was kind of like, it didn't seem so dated. But like Jeff Lewis, like the old flipping outs, I can't. Like, it's just the way it's shot, the way it... absolutely.
Those countertops from 10 years ago.
The backsplashes. I'm like, ooh. Yeah, no. Absolutely. But I recommend definitely do a rewatch of it.
Okay. I love a rewatch. So I'm not opposed to that. Mm-hmm. So they're rebooting that. Be interesting to see if Stansbury is going to be flipping over. Because that will definitely signal that maybe our lovely ladies of Dubai are not coming back. Which I hope they are coming back.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ladies of London reboot. We have Real Housewives of Rhode Island. So that is the newest franchise since Salt Lake, right? Mm-hmm. That Bravo has rolled out, and we saw how well Salt Lake did. Mm-hmm. So from what I am hearing, like there's a lot of buzz around the show, and apparently there's a lot of money in Rhode Island. I'm not familiar really with that.
I just hear like heavy, thick accents, like more than Jersey. But I've never been to Rhode Island. I've never aspired to go to Rhode Island, so I don't know.
But I'm interested.
Yeah,
for some reason, I'm like, I feel like it's going to give us season 1 original cast of RHORI vibes, but we'll see.
Anything that can help that franchise,
anything that can help them. They are standalone. And then one of the shows that I'm most excited about is, now I know this is a working title, guys, but The Valley Persian Style. Mm-hmm. I miss, how much I was 10 toes down for Shahs of Sunset.
Yes.
Was so bummed when they didn't get picked up. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not the whole cast. Obviously, Bravo ain't coming near Mike with a 10-foot pole. But our girls, Gigi and MJ, and then our beloved Reza, who we took pictures with at BravoCon.
Yes.
They're going to be spearheading the show. And then they have, new friends and new folks that they're going to introduce us to. I really hope they rework the title. If I was Jax, I just see that picture of Jax, when he's like all coked out and his eyes are bulging out of his head, of like, you named this The Valley? That's my show.
I was just like, and two, I'm just like, can we come up with something just a little bit more creative? Like Shahs of Sunset, that was like, and I love it when...
Like Shahs of the Valley?
Maybe, because I was about to say.
But I don't know if it's even the same company that did Shahs of Sunset is doing this. I'm not sure. So there may be some infringement stuff there.
Got it. And also, too, I love it when a producer has like a fresh take and when it's kind of shot differently. So I'm excited about this show as well. All right. Give us one good one.
All right. So.
I know the one I would want you to talk about, but which one?
Okay. So I'm going to say this. Mm-hmm. Did you know this tea recently came out that Zach of the aforementioned The Valley used to be Nicole. Now, I'm going to mispronounce this girl's name. Love her. Scherzinger.
Scherzinger. Something along those lines. I think Pussycat Dolls.
The Wendy Williams pronunciation was Scherzenberger. So,
okay.
He used to be her assistant.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. It
came out on know that.
Came out on Andy's show.
Yes.
Andy Cohen show, yes.
And apparently Nicole was like, he's always been aiming to be on like reality TV, and this is what he wanted to do. Look what he
manifested for himself.
I know. I'm like, you better work here.
Love that.
I love it too.
Okay, I thought you were going to talk about Simon being dragged to court by ICE, divorce court. I was like, I'm sorry, it's not funny, but it's kind of funny because I'm like, how are you going to talk all that shit and do all this petty stuff, and now you are detained for months at this point and you're getting dragged to divorce court? And if I was Porsha, for those of you who don't know, Porsha and Simon's divorce, I would just be sitting there with my little prayer cloth and my little hats and like, that's nothing to do with me, Your Honor.
I absolutely think that Porsha is loving every minute of having to see how this man gets wheeled into that courtroom.
Yes.
You know she is living for this.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, that was a great ish of the week.
I don't speak